Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And it's time to go into the Barheen Passage, or, like, really get started on this dungeon. What do we have here? Don't get many visitors down here, do ya? Alright. But yeah, you see the little symbol thingy next to his name. Oh, he gives us the tube fuse. Well, that also means, well, the symbol means he's a merchant, not the tube fuse. So if we talk to him again, we can buy stuff from him. Let's see what he's got. He's got some upgraded swords and bow. I mean, it'd be nice, but I'd need, oh, Mage Masher. Okay, well, we can buy that. Oh, hey, there's a mace. We should get the mace. Well, it is only +1 attack. But, it's +1 attack. I want to get her on using maces and get used to that. Alright, I think that's all we can really have right now. We don't have a spear in here yet. Oh, wait, there's the javelin. Past gameplay me, look at the javelin. There you go. Or there I go. Whatever. Armor. Let's see, what kind of armor can we have? Yeah, we're starting out the video with shopping. Don't worry too much if you don't find this exciting, me going through all of the armor and equipment and stuff. Look at all the stuff that's in the shop. Look how many different types of items this guy sells. I'm not going to be showing this all the time. I might like briefly go through a shop and be like, okay, I'm going to buy all this stuff and get the licenses off screen and all that. But at least a couple times I'm going to show you, just kind of get a feel for what it's like and how the stuff interacts with the license board and all that. Again, I like how they tell us what license we need for this equipment. So yeah, there's basically 3 types of armor. There's light armor, heavy armor, and mystic armor. And so I kind of like how that kind of just streamlines the equipment. I mean, yeah, there's different headgears for each, but those are the 3 main classes. Alright, accessories. Gargoyle armlets. Makes us immune to blind, and the fact that they're selling them here, and it's still in the early game, I'm going to go with the notion that you know, there's going to be some things that want to blind us, so I'm going to get one of those for everyone. This is for, you know, shots, arrows, bombs, for your various projectile weapons. Oh, we get thunder, we get dark, we get immobilize. I don't think we ever use immobilize. Vox and Poisona. Wow, we're just going to buy all that. And, oh, wow, he sells Gambits here. Oh, I could get the Gambits that I want. Alright, so I want full HP 100%. What else do I want? Yeah, I want the Self Gambit. What else do I need right now? Ally HP less than 60%. That could be useful. Am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? Come on, past gameplay me, you can do it! Yes! We are in sync. And I'm gonna get Ally MP less than 30%. I don't know, I might use it, I might not. Eventually I'm gonna pick up all the Gambits just for the sake of picking them up, but in the meantime I'm just going to focus on ones that I feel I need immediately. Alright, so let's set some of this up, and I think I did this off screen, because, yeah, there was a lot to set up. So I did the licenses, and all that. I got everyone those armlets. The Argoyle, of the Argoyle variety. And you can see we got all the stuff we just equipped. And am I gonna? Yeah, let's show the Gambits. So Gambits, faux HP 100%. I'm going to steal from them. So the idea behind this is that I have Von and Balthier. I had to get him another Gambit slot on the license board there. So the idea behind those is, you know, we encounter a foe and we'll steal from it. And then Fran, or Bosch even, because he's in our party as a guest right now, they'll attack and deal damage, and then they won't have to steal a second time. It doesn't work perfectly. In fact, there's really no Gambit that does work perfectly for stealing, and I think that's a huge design oversight for this game in general. I mean, they put such a focus on, okay, you need to get loot either mainly by stealing from enemies or having them hopefully drop it, but they're not going to give you a Gambit, something that says, you know, if enemy still has an item to steal, then you can steal. That would have been perfect. And for as much as they focus on that, as high of a priority as that is, you know, they really don't give you a good stealing Gambit like that, and I think that's a huge oversight. But and you're gonna see where the stealing Gambit that I have set up kind of becomes a problem, and that's one of my issues with the Gambit system. So basically, it'll work perfectly fine, provided one of the two, Balthier or Von, end up actually stealing from the enemy to begin with, and you know, Fran hits him, and then, you know, the others hit him. Meanwhile, we've got this guy eating electricity and ruining our charge.
Who turned out the lights? One of those?
I've heard of these.
Kill him.
Mimics. They disguise themselves as all manner of things, then strike when you're least wary. Some of them have a fondness for energy, I'm told. They gorge themselves on the stuff till there's naught left.
So, what happens then?
The lights go off. Oh, zombies also come out.
Lights out, and it's worse in the dark. Much worse.
It's not that
So,
bad.
let them get too close to one of those conduits, and they'll suck it dry. But don't worry, it'll give the energy back if you ask nicely. Sticking it with a sword helps too. Clock's ticking.
I love Balthier's lines. They're just so amusing. But yeah, what you're gonna see here is, okay, so we steal from those two, but now instead of killing one enemy, now they're stealing from another enemy, and I'm having all sorts of problems because I have two characters that aren't actually doing damage to things. Not to mention, Fran is set up so that she's going to target whoever is Von is targeting, which happens to be the one I'm stealing from. So I'm not killing things. Let's use Dark, because Dark is our first AoE spell, which stands for Area of Effect. So yeah, it's going to do some really good damage here to all the enemies in range. I like that. There are some nice loot items you can steal from these guys, but we need to focus on killing some stuff and not dying here. Alright, well, we killed that main mimic, so we got our charge back up to 65. Something else is draining it. And, well, that's the gimmick of this dungeon. But, yeah, we're gonna... Is there any treasure in here that I missed? No, I don't think so. Okay. Run, run, run. Generally, though, as long as you're moving at a decent pace... Yeah, see, now I'm targeting the guy down there. And I want to be targeting the guy that's, you know, right in front of me. Okay, we got the lever from... But you see, no one was attacking that tiny mimic, so Vaughn is trying to steal from it again. Let's attack from stuff. Okay, both ears on the attack now. Yeah, so while the idea behind Gambits is to kind of make things auto-battle, or to keep the action flowing, I'm going to say. Not just be completely mindless, but it does kind of happen sometimes. Especially when you're super overpowered compared to the enemies you're fighting. But what we want to be... I think the goal is to have less time in the menu where we're stopping the battle and doing this. Yeah, and by the way, don't use thunder on those guys. They might be machine types, but they absorb thunder. Yeah, that was like the worst idea I will have all video. I would say the worst idea for the entire game, but no, I have much worse ideas. And check the corners, there's a treasure for another potion. I swear, you never have to buy potions in this game. At least not ones that... not regular potions, and not ones outside of like the special bazaar packs. But even those I don't feel like I'll need to buy too much of. Okay, Vaughn, you're targeting something. Let's kill this guy. Discharge. That is an area of effect attack. The dark spell, even when it ends up being a single target, still does very good. Oh, and the mage masher there that Vaughn has, it will occasionally inflict silence on the enemy, so that can be nice. So I do like when weapons have an added bonus like that. And other Final Fantasy games made Mage Mashers, well, they're good against like mage-type enemies. Sometimes they'll do super damage to them. Or sometimes, like here, they'll inflict silence upon attacking. But yeah, once again, you can see I get... actually, for most of this dungeon, you get a bit frustrated with that stealing gambit that I have. But there's not really a lot of other options for a good stealing gambit. Which again, I know this is the third time I'm saying this, but I feel it's a very big oversight on the design of this game. I'm sorry if I'm repetitive in that, but I just can't say it enough, because it's such a huge part of this game, stealing loot so you have money to buy stuff. There's a mimic stealing energy down here. Let's go deal with that first. The pile of iron scraps, those are pretty good to get. And another kind of flaw with the stealing gamut that I have set up on both these guys. If the first one steals, the second one's going to attempt to steal and fail because he won't have anything. And we have several enemies now, so we're going to use the dark spell. And the dark spell almost kills things. Another nice thing about the AoE spell there is it will stop the Vaughn and Balthier's stealing gambits from kicking in. Oh, there's the urn down there that has our map. We have to make sure we get that. We got a mage's habit. I wonder what that is. I mean, it sounds like armor. Okay, spoiler alert, it is armor, but I'm going to go into the inventory, because I'm thinking, you know, I got it from killing an enemy. Maybe it's a loot, because that's the most common type of thing you'll get. I'm like, okay, so it's... is it an item? It's not an item. We're just waiting for past gameplay me to catch up here. Alright, so it is an armor. Mystic Armor 5, Defense 21. That's got to be some sort of rare drop. That sounds insanely good. Mystic Armor 5. If you notice what we're equipping like level 1 and 2 armor. We essentially just got level 5 Mystic Armor. Where is that on here? Okay, it's there. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save up Fran's LP and go for that. and we'll see if we can get the license for that long before we should actually be able to. And we'll see just how good that really is for this point in the game. Although it's probably not going to happen in this dungeon. Well, I mean, I could give you the post-commentary me spoilers and tell you whether or not it is going to happen and when it's going to happen. But yeah, no, you guys need a reason to keep watching this and find out and stay tuned until next time. Even though, you know, we still have time on this video. Okay, split path. I want the path that gives me that, hey, no, don't be... No, pile of iron scraps. Okay, we got it. So sometimes you might have to just manually go in and set Vaughn or Balthier to attack. Get back here. You're gonna go eat my charge. I don't want you doing that. Oh, great. More enemies. This is what I wanted to not happen. And you can see he's weak to wind there. Eventually I'm going to get Vaughn another Gambit slot, and what I'm going to do with it, I'm going to set him up with a self-Gambit to just self-Libra. And what that's going to do is, anytime that I don't have Libra up on Vaughn, he's going to use Libra. However, you don't really want him doing that, you know, in the middle of battle when you're trying to kill enemies. So it'll be on the lowest priority of a Gambit slot. So that way he's doing it outside of combat. Dang, this bat is taking a lot. Gosh, how many hits did he survive? No, we don't want to disable that Gambit. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm getting frustrated with the Gambits and the stealing and trying to steal from enemies that we've stolen from, or stealing from all these different enemies when we've got multiple enemies out. And there's not much of a solution other than going into the menu and just kind of overseeing it. So yeah, that getting back to the flow of combat, you know, Gambits keep the flow of combat going, but you as the player just kind of act as like an overseer, and you can step in and issue other commands when you deem necessary. And so while I'm not a big fan of the Gambit system right now, it becomes pretty decent. It kind of grows on me over the course of this game. We're going to use some potions because Fran's MP is kind of low. That's bad. But we have tons of potions, so yeah, everybody potion up. Well, didn't that look and sound neat? Okay, we gotta go find that map. And we gotta get Libra back on Vaughn. Yeah, I'm not super prioritizing other Gambit slots for Vaughn, although I definitely want to get him another one soon. Yeah, another thing that's bothering me is we have that knot of rust sitting at the top, so I'm gonna auto sort our item inventory there, so that way normal potions are on top, and I don't accidentally click on the knot of rust, and I don't know, it'll just save me time when I go to use multiple potions like that. Alright, and back this way. And we have an enemy, so yeah, I'm gonna do the fast forward thing when I'm running down like long hallways with no enemies in that. We stole one gil. That was the lamest thing we could possibly steal. We got eye drops. Those are nice. Although all our guys are immune to blind right now anyways. And there's our urn. Balthier, your head is blocking the urn's animation. Okay. So we have a full-fledged map for the place. No, both of you guys couldn't steal. And that's another issue with the stealing gambit, you know. If both of them fail to steal if someone hits it, then they're going to revert to, they're going to recognize that their HP, the enemy HP is not 100%, and so they're just going to move to the next gambit in the priority list, which would be to attack it. So yeah, even if I didn't end up getting an item. That's why I say, you know, just... They should have made a gambit that says, enemy has an item, holding an item, something, item to steal. And then you could just set that up to, you know, steal from them. Whatever. It's what I have to deal with, and yeah. Yeah, couldn't steal. I want to make sure they're still going to attempt to steal. There we go, Windstone. Yeah, oh, another thing I want to talk about. I got Balthier off the guns and onto the spear. One thing about guns is they do, like, kind of fixed damage to an enemy. I don't think the damage gets reduced or anything, but I could be wrong if it gets reduced by Protect or anything, but I don't think it does. And just kind of, they kind of ignore the defense line somehow. We're going to cast a Dark Spell, because we got a lot of stuff going on here. Look at that, 200 damage. Alright guys, let's kill something, please. Let's kill that thing. Thank you, Vaughn, for the combo there. Alright, that way looks like progress. We don't want... well, we do want progress, we just don't want it yet. Wait, that way's not progress. That way's a dead end, which has some treasure. Well, I'm assuming it has treasure. Honestly, present commentary me does not remember if what kind of treasure was over here in past gameplay me mode. But yeah, there's also battery mimics here to deal with. It's going to use discharge, and I don't like that. And tiny mimics are coming. Alright guys, let's stop stealing from it. Let's kill the battery mimic before he... yeah, he just ate electricity and got a bunch of health back. You know what, Fran, could you take care of some stuff for me? Yeah, let's put a dark spell on one of these guys. That other tiny mimic might be on its way up. Oh, and it did get in the range of that dark spell. Good. Good. Alright, now we can just focus on this battery mimic. There we go. Now, another thing to notice here is Bosch is just punching things. He doesn't have a sword equipped. And since he's a guest character, I'm locked out of even going to the equip menu for him to even give him a weapon. I mean, generally I can understand, you know, they don't want you stripping guest characters of, you know, special armor or equipment that they might have that you might not normally have access to at this point. But I feel for this dungeon and Bosch, it's a little bit of an oversight. I mean, it makes sense why he doesn't have a weapon. He was locked in a cage. But we have extra weapons. It would be nice if we could give him one. I kind of wish in that regard they made this like Final Fantasy Legend 3, where if you gave a guest character a piece of equipment, like you were locked out of taking equipment off of guest characters once they had it. Oh, battle hardness. Wonder what that does. But in Final Fantasy Legend 3, if you gave them an equipment, like say they didn't have a helmet on, you gave them a helmet, you could give them a helmet, but you couldn't take the helmet off of the guest character. So that was something to be mindful of. I kind of wish, for at least for this dungeon, they did that, so we could give Bosch some sort of sword or weapon. It's an accessory. When attacked, automatically counter with weapon in hand. Oh, that's nice. That sounds really nice. It takes accessories 4. We could get that for Balthier. That'd be kind of nice on a guy that's like the lead guy that's getting targeted a lot, like Vaughn. Though I do want to get him another Gambit slot. Where's accessories 4? Accessories 3. I don't even have the Argoyle armlet for him yet. I definitely want to get that for him. Yeah, it's because I kind of ran out of license points for Vaughn. I'll spend all those HP boosts. Look at that. His HP is up to 623. He's got almost more HP than the 3 other characters in our party combined. That's just a little ridiculous for right now. Alright, well, we are going to progress more in this dungeon next time. This is a pretty big place, so it'll take a little while for us to finish.